more than 1,000 homes across the Midlands and Northern KZN have been damaged by torrential rain that's battered that province since December. Meanwhile, there's been a number of severe weather warnings as well. For an update of the situation on the ground, let's bring in Karinda Jagmohan, who's been watching the situation as it unfolds. And Karinda, you took some time to also visit the Newzroom informal settlement, and my goodness, what heart-wrenching recollections, as some of the community members there told you that they quite literally are surprised to be alive.
Absolutely. The damage at that informal settlement in Howick in the KZN Midlands is extensive, and it tells the tale of the storm that hit the area on December 30th. And there's been a number of storms that have hit this province from around December 20th. On December 22nd, we saw a massive hailstorm hit the Pietermaritzburg and surrounding areas of the Umgungundlovu region. And then again over the week, there was torrential rain leading to localized flooding, especially in areas that aren't able to handle this kind of water flowing through roads, flowing through communities and suburbs. Then on December 30th, another massive storm bringing strong winds, torrential rain to that Midlands area. Residents in that Zuzokukhle area of Howick, the informal settlement, many of them had their structures completely torn down. We saw trees that were collapsed onto those houses. One woman was actually inside her structure when a tree collapsed onto her, setting down corrugated iron mud on top of her. Fortunately, she managed to survive and is recovering from injuries. But still, those community members are still seeking shelter for the rest of the week. Just last night, there was another bout of heavy rain, thunderstorms as well, across the area between the Durban area and the Midlands region. And of course, those who have had their structures damaged won't have any shelter currently to protect them from these weather elements. As well as we hear from the Kokta department of the province that while more than 1,600 homes and structures have been damaged over the past week because of these severe thunderstorms, we also sadly hear that 4 people have died, including a 3-year-old child in northern KwaZulu-Natal. Parts of a bridge on the R74 between Greytown and Kwadukuza, also northern KZN, just north of eThekwini, have been washed away. So residents there are trying to also rebuild that road infrastructure. At the end of his statement, the Kokta MEC just pointing out to the fact that these severe weather patterns reveal the global warming crisis that the world is facing currently, with these weather patterns changing. I mean, usually the December-January time, it's supposed to be a sunny time, but what we are seeing over the past few weeks are just a number of severe thunderstorms. And in fact, we are also receiving a number of weather alerts for further thunderstorms that will hit this area. Another major issue is that many settlements like Zuzokukhle are not able to withstand these elements. I mean, that area was set in a part of Howick where there's large trees around it, and there's actually a timber factory nearby. So you can imagine the large trees that are there. And those trees were caught by the wind, and actually some of them were even torn from the ground. You could see the root of those trees, and it had fallen onto some of the settlements. And those residents are still trying to look for building material. We managed to speak to the local municipality mayor, Christopher Pappas, and what he pointed out is that while relief teams have been on the ground, another issue lies with the procurement process of government departments all around that are unable to quickly find groceries, building material, anything that they need to find immediately to provide assistance to these residents. So while we are facing this global warming crisis, what we see on the ground is that government departments really need to come to the fore to help assist informal settlements to rebuild, but also perhaps rehome those who are in situations where their homes are not conducive to the weather elements that we are currently seeing, Ayanda.
Oh, really devastating set of circumstances there. Karinda Jagmohan, thanks very much indeed for that quick update. Karinda's live to us there from Durban.